Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are all doing well during this new moon. So, I myself have felt very emotionally just all over the place. Not quite sure what's going on with that, but I've heard about it. I've heard it from many people. I've heard it from clients. I've heard it from friends. I've seen it in, ascension groups, and a lot of people are just feeling like all this emotional stuff is getting brought up to be purged. And so I was meditating before to balance myself out before I did the reading, and um, I was picking up a lot of high emotions on the divine masculine, as well as him doing a lot of purging. Um, Purging of like some of the heavier topics or emotions. So I thought that was pretty amazing that he's feeling the same way as a lot of other people are feeling right now. So we're gonna do a check in on the divine masculine. And also, we're going to pull some charms and some cards. We're also going to do a little bit with the divine feminine. And then at the end, we will do the numbers and the letters, okay? All right, so I'm using the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. Okay. How's the divine masculine doing at this time? In general. Temperance. Restoration. I feel like he's coming into balance. I also see the Temperance card as inner alchemy. Taking emotions and transforming them into a little bit more knowledge and wisdom and understanding. I can also see this as a union card for twin flames. Also the, fire and water polarities and finding the balance and combining them. So another thing that I'm hearing is that you see how the hands are cradling the polarity. Just being drawn to them. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that the divine masculine, in regards to his divine feminine, is starting to come into a place of balance with all of the emotions and understanding instead of just running. So 1 and 4 comes to 5, and 5 is about changes. So I really feel like the change that's been going on is he's really been like kind of cradling where he used to compartmentalize some of the emotions around the divine feminine and the connection in the relationship. I feel like he's actually starting to balance them out, and he's cradling it, like nurturing it. He's giving it respect, the respect it deserves. I'm also hearing that he's recognizing the power of manifestation and the power that he does have. He's coming into his power. I feel like somebody who can, you know, create fire and water with their hands is someone who's powerful and really starting to own that. And I'm hearing like redefine what power means to him. All right, so I'm going to pull some charms. This is my charm box. Okay, I'm going to bring these up close. Okay, so this is my third party charm. Okay, so that usually means to me that there is this is there that is that this divine masculine, this was like right in the center. So one of the things that he's really coming to balance and healing is he's starting to recognize that he has put more than one person in this third party situation and that he's responsible for this. And he's starting to, with grace, starting to look at his home life. So I feel like the skunk. So the skunk to me is two things: protection and sexuality. So we have the skunk. I don't know if you guys can see that. So we have the skunk. And we have the fox. Now, the fox means a couple of different things to me. There can be tricky behavior. Okay, he's starting to really look at his sly ways, that sly fox, some of that manipulative behavior. But I'm also picking up that for those of you that are interested in this type of stuff, that your divine masculine could have had incarnations in the elemental realm or in the deva realm. Okay, and so some of this nature of his nature is coming from there. So that could be like, the fairies, the elves, okay, that whole realm. So the divine masculine is in a place of really looking at what it is that he's manifested, what it is that through his own power he has created. And in regards to his divine feminine, I'm feeling like if he has been absent or quiet, I feel like he's protecting her. I feel like there's a form of protection. Maybe the girlfriend, fiance, wife um, found out or is freaking out about something. I just feel like there's some sly behavior going on, and he feels like he needs to protect the divine feminine. Because while this is usually my grace, I'm hearing that this is actually the divine feminine. And I'm just feeling like this divine masculine has a heavy heart. There's a heaviness, there's a sadness, and that feeling of, as much as I desire her and I am attracted to her, I feel like I feel the need to protect her because he has this shadow side of the sly fox. And he wants her to have a happy home. He wants her to be able to move forward, but yet he can't seem to let her go. He wants this union. Whenever he wants her to have a happy home, he visualizes himself very quickly there with her, but then realizes the situation he's in. This divine masculine is feeling the weight of the things that he has manifested, and through the wrong use of his power. Okay, now I'm going to use the Intuit Oracle. Okay. Oh, what did I do with the card? Okay. Okay, so 3 cards fell out: bouquet, happy, harmony, beauty, creative, a gift, art, warmth, contentment, reconciliation, love. And here we have a 55. Clock, perfect timing, longevity, the past, lifetime, origin, time passes, test of time, make time, eventually. Cross, destiny, spirituality, divine guidance, trials, necessity, conviction, duty, crisis, fate. Okay, now I'm going to use the Divine Masculine by Flames of Alchemy. These are the Divine Masculine Energy Oracle cards. Trapped. I want to get one more. Oh, we've got this card again. Service. Okay. I'm just going to use the Island Time Wellness to clarify trapped and service. Baggage. Not letting go, hanging on to the past hurts and issues, identify and heal patterns, identify and heal patterns that impact relationships. Please clarify service. Feel great first. Feel the feeling of having a partner, a healthy relationship. Raise your vibration, will attract the same. Okay. I'm just going to take a moment with the cards, guys. So this card can mean union to me. And then we have the Banquet, which talks about love, warmth, reconciliation, a gift. And I feel like this card, it says destiny, spirituality, divine guidance, trials, necessity, conviction, duty, crisis, and fate. I feel like this is where he wants to go. This is what he's thinking about, and he's cradling and balancing. It's this thought. Like I said, he sees the divine feminine as grace and gracefully brought into his life, and he's trying to handle it with care. But he's feeling trapped and like he has a lot of baggage around relationships. So I'm not feeling like the baggage itself is the relationship he hasn't left yet, or is just left. So either or. But what I feel like is that he himself is now looking at and trying to get into a place of balance and doing some inner alchemy. Really looking at, wow, look what I've done. Look at my patterns in relationships. This is my baggage. Some of this is me. So he's really starting to see what it is, the type of hurt and patterns that he's been in order to create this. What I'm hearing from him is mess. I created this mess. I'm hurting 2 people. And for some, if there's kids, and families. I'm hurting a lot of people, or I've hurt a lot of people. And he's tending to really starting to look at that. But he loves his divine feminine. He wants this union with her. He sees her as this beautiful bouquet of flowers, these beautiful ballet slippers like Grace. But he has this contract that on a contract level he takes seriously. There's a soul bond there that he has with the person that he is committed to. And he doesn't know how to fully, what I'm hearing is like, what I'm seeing is like, you see how this is going? It's like there's a cycle, and he's just like going around in circles after circles after circles, and not fully knowing what to do. And he's putting it up to some divine timing and just into some faith, for this big change. This is the 55 to happen. Let's see what time this says. 2:02. So the number, that 2:02 could mean something to someone, or the number 22. But this baggage, I also feel like this one here also is talking about, because it says here, the past. I feel like this is what he's really looking at. So he's coming through and recognizing that this is a sacred connection that he has with his divine feminine. And then he's looking at the other person he's connected to and realizing that he has a different type of connection there, that's more grounded in this world, with like a contract, or, just the reality of families merging, possibly kids. Okay, these are, animals, and they're in like cartoon like. So I always see those as being like kid like. So that for some people he could have two kids. So, and he's realizing that he's trapped himself, because I feel like he values both people. And again, guys, this is energy, not gender, okay? So you can change it for either or. And as he's starting to, actually, I just want to get one more. Where is the divine masculine at? Well, feeling trapped with his baggage. I'm using the divine masculine card again. Hollow. This is a powerful image. And you see how the wires are coming out? He's starting to he's really looking at that baggage and seeing that what he's done what he has created through his power, through the wrong, I'm sorry. He's starting to recognize that what he's created and manifested with his power has come from a place of not fully understanding the true meaning of power, and it's because he was hollow. And what he's learning at this time is to be of service. Feel great first. He's starting to recognize those patterns and let them go, so he could be of service and feel great. And again, we have a watch, so there's that divine timing coming in again. So I feel like this divine masculine is starting to put himself into his work in a different way, but he's also doing that as a way to kind of distract himself from the choice that from any choice that he may have to make to not really start to get too depressed at the situation he has created. But he's starting to feel great. He's starting to come to a place, to a decision. Let's find out. I'm going to use the Intuit Oracle. What decision is he coming to with this? Uranus, ruler of enlightenment, free spirit, opportunity, embracing the unknown, jumping in and doing it, originality, individuality, technology, innovation, rebel without a cause. This could be like the Fool card. Okay, so what he's really starting to feel great about is that he's looking at, jumping into a whole new universe, like really taking a big step in his life. And this says technology, and look, that's what I feel like this is too. So he could be unplugging from the computer, his phone a bit. Okay. He's coming into balance and feeling really good about a decision about going in and embracing the unknown, jumping in and doing it, and what it would feel like to have his individuality back again. That's a really good place for him to be in. So let's ask specifically, because this was in general where he was at, but let's ask specifically where he is at in regards to the divine feminine. We're going to use the divine masculine. So we just ask the divine masculine. Where he is at in regards to his divine feminine and this connection. Because he's making a choice, so let's see. Admired. And again, look at the watch. There's a lot of watches in this reading. So I feel like this means that he's admiring the divine feminine. He could be looking at old pictures. He could be reminiscing, looking at old, emails or texts. He could be looking her up online and leaving everything to divine timing because now just isn't the right time yet. Okay. Wow. Remember we were talking about, so I'm using the Twin Flame Journey Tarot, and we were talking about how the Temperance card was like a cycle. There was like a cycle completion going on, and he was learning to balance himself throughout that. Look at this. So she is absolutely part of that decision in a positive way. So the Four of Swords, healing and recovery. King of Swords, quick wit and intellect. I'm going to get more of the Divine Masculine Energy Oracle cards. The Journey card. Again, that's like almost like the Fool again. And finding balance. But going okay, I just want some clarification on the Dominant card. Using the Island Wellness. Level up. Major improvement. You deserve the best. Do inner work, heal to raise your vibration. Okay, I feel like this is really echoing. So we got, where he's feeling in general in life is that he's actually looking a lot at the divine feminine and his connection with her. And this reading, I feel like really is very similar to the first round of cards in the sense that we have that like completion. I feel like he's about to make a wish for that new beginning, but he's doing a lot of healing and recovery. He's moving into a time of healing and recovery and coming into the King of Swords with that quick wit and intellect, but also to do what he needs to do in life, to make these changes and to really do that healing and to start putting up boundaries. He's coming from a place of that intellect, being an intellectual. I see him overlooking the city. He could work in a city. He could be in a powerful position. He could be older. But here, even though I'm hearing all that about him, this king, so you see how he's in casual clothes? I feel like he's starting to take some of that wit that he has and that intelligence and bringing it into his personal life and not just in his business. He's on a journey. And I know I said the Fool card earlier, where I do feel like where's that like one person going off on a journey, but I also see it's almost like the Temperance card again, and finding balance. And the hood is on, so there's that like level of, I feel like, introspection trying to come in. I'm getting like the Hermit card. I'm getting so many things with this, so I just really feel like he's really going into that place, but he's wrapping it up. And like we said in the last set of cards, that he had this understanding of what power meant, and he's starting to come into a new place with it. He's starting to level up. He thought before that dominance meant control, and he's starting to understand that dominance can be more about just being sure of yourself and confident and knowing how to take care of things. I'm going to use the Intuit Oracle with these 3 cards here. All types, so Mercury, messenger of the gods, all types of communication, idea, thought processes, resourceful, curious, quick expression, electronics, again, electronics, takes inspired action, conduit, manifester, the magician. Wow, guys. So let's ask, what is it that he's trying to manifest? Now that he's leveling up to understanding the true level of the true meaning of dominance, and he's been on this journey. So let's see from there, what is he trying to manifest with this new sense of power? Mask. Disguise, conceal, ego, projection, hidden motive, persona, representation, theater, performance. And so I feel like that's the shadow side of the magician, right? The magician is also can be like a performer, like seeing him in this like top hat, and there's this mask that he's been putting on. And that's the journeys that he's letting go of that. He's letting go of the persona and the disguise that he's been giving out to the rest of the world. Again, we got the house. Home, belonging, roots, comfort, safety, traditions, family traditions, buildings, shelter, boundaries. So here again, we have like shelter, protection. There was protection. There was protection, a couple of other things in the charms, right? There's the house, there's the skunk, and it was in the another card. There's the hood for just the level of protection, for introspection. So I feel like the life that he has created now, before, like, the life that he's living day to day is a mask. He created a persona that he thought that his family lineage, that his family would approve of, what he was shown. I feel like he did what he thought was right at the time. He thought what people did. Now this, I'm not sure, but I feel like this divine masculine could have some social issues, maybe be on the spectrum. Or just have a really hard time standing in his own 2 feet, in having his own mind when it comes to family, religion, and society, in the way that people judge. I'm going to pull the Intuit. No, not the Intuit. I'm sorry. Island Time Wellness. Just get one more clarification on this. On these. Haha, graduate. New life phase or stage in relationships. Someone has grown, healed, and evolved. Yes. He's recognizing this, and now he's doing the healing and the recovery. And he's really stepping into his own power. He's leveling up. And that's where he's starting to recognize the true meaning of power, of healthy power and dominance. And it's been a journey for him. Okay, so let's see. Since it's talking about a journey and it was cycle completion, where? Let's see. Let's see where this divine masculine is headed in the near future. Absorbed, discover. Okay, this is the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise Lynn. Where's he going? Where's he traveling to? Where's he journaling to? What is he discovering? Wandering path. Look, there's the fox. Enjoy the journey. Distant thunder. Clear the air. This is the Twin Flame Tarot. Four of Wands. Foundation and commitment. And again, there's the house. Ace of Pentacles. Wise investment. Trying to figure out what he wants to clear the air about. Money issues. Okay, so I asked for cards for the Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, and I got love your love yourself. I don't know what this is. Lore, dude. I don't think I understand that, but love yourself enough to accept only the best. Let go of the wrong person. Be comfortable being alone. Life goals. Be sure your life goals, lifestyle are congruent with your partners. Grow together or grow apart. So the journey that the stage that he is at now, coming from the journey, ready to take that new step, that cycle's completion, the new start of the cycle, is that he may seem a bit absorbed right now, but really he's on a path of self-discovery. Okay, and do you see this is like, oh, that's not what it is at all, but it's so funny. But what I saw here was like a cornfield. It's not what it is, but this is what I saw. What I heard is that like why we were seeing all the watches, is that the corn hasn't grown up yet. It's not harvest time. So because he's still in the discovery phase of his, and I'm hearing wandering eye. He's really looking at the fact that he has a wandering eye. Okay. But he's also learning to enjoy the journey of the discovery of himself. X marks the spot. Here's like, find like the compass. He's figuring out what directs him, what it is that causes him to have the wandering eye. And that may be cause some more turbulence. But what I think is going to end up happening is that he's going to make some changes in his life. He's going to clear the air with his committed partner, but he might be staying up until now because of money issues. So he's going to clear the air about all of that and figure that out. And he may be coming to the divine feminine to tell him about these money issues and clearing the air as to why he hasn't been talking, or he hasn't been very warm in and full of communication. But what he wants is a strong foundation. And he's looking at whether or not he can have that on his own. And he's seeing that it's a wise investment to start again. This is like, the last line says here, be comfortable being alone. He's recognizing that being alone, or really looking at himself, would be a wise investment. So he can have a strong foundation moving forward. And where will the divine feminine be through this? Man, see, there's that absorbed. Okay. You or the querent, a person boyfriend, fiance, spouse, love interest. And again, he's in a really nice suit. So I feel like right now he's really just going to be looking at being alone. And it doesn't mean, that the divine feminine won't be in his life or in his thoughts or on his mind or a part of his life goals, right? But he has to figure out what it means to be alone. This divine masculine may have been in a relationship for a very long time, and may have also been in relationships most of his adult life, and doesn't understand what it means to really be alone and to be his own man. Just want to look real quick. There's 8 and 2 equal 10. So there's that completion of that cycle. So overall, he's in a really good place, but he's really in a place of self-discovery. And so, what I'm feeling for the divine feminine, what that means is that it's not to not take it personally. So I'm going to get some advice for the divine feminine, the four agreements. So it's not that he doesn't care about, his divine feminine, that he doesn't honor and cherish her. It's just that he's learning to honor and cherish himself so that he can honor and cherish somebody else at a higher level. This is a very good place for the divine masculine to be in for a healthier relationship. Okay. So this is the Four Agreements cards by Don Miguel Ruiz. So that comes from that amazing book. So I highly recommend that anybody on any type of spiritual journey, but especially on the twin flame journey, read the Four Agreements. So don't take anything personally. Wasn't I just saying that? Everyone lives in their own dream. All people live in their own dream, in their own mind. They are in a completely different world from the one we live in. So what I'm look, there's the cross. Okay. So I'm just gonna get, so this is the Twin Flame deck by Ernest M. Henry. I'm just gonna pull the cards and then I'm gonna read them. Okay. Soul's purpose. We are part of the same truth. A divine unconditional love connects us since time began. Now we journey to self. We release all that has bound us. We are awake and have understood our soul's purpose. Is opening the hearts of others on our path of ascension. This is the Divine Feminine cards by Awakened Twin. I have fractals of mermaid in my soul. Oh, I think that's the one that wanted to come out. I am proud of my progress. Okay. Okay, they're just going to pull a couple of tarot cards. Okay. The Lover's card, Twin Flame Connection. Three of Swords, heartache. Four of Cups, missed opportunity. Okay. All right, so I'm going to use the Island Time Wellness just to get a little bit more information about these cards here. Mirror, mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds. Relationships reflect our wounds and introspection. Twin flame, most certainly. Okay, I'll pick one more. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Okay, so preparing, that's important. So we're gonna do a little bit more on that one. But so let me read the cards that are here. So I feel like, so having fractals of mermaid in my soul, that goes back to what I was talking about earlier about how the divine masculine could have, because I said that, with the fox energy, that reminds me of the fairies and the elementals, and they connect to them very strongly. And what I feel like is that this card is like part of what I'm saying. So that means that there's been other incarnations as those in our soul. Our souls have journeyed in lifetimes as elementals. Okay, so the divine feminine has mermaid. Okay, and so what I'm also hearing is that this is um, learning to really navigate and be at comfortable and at home within her emotions, and recognizing the beauty of them, and having more control over them, not control in a negative sense. Okay, but so let's start from here. So everyone lives in their own dream, so just be mindful about creating a story around what it is, because if the divine masculine's going within right now, be mindful that you're not creating some story that's not true about why he's pulling away. Remember, don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with you in a negative way. So if anything is triggered, it's a really good idea to be able to really look at that, go within and see what it is that's being triggered. Is it abandonment? Okay. And you can surround that with, like, you can call on Archangel Raphael for healing. But what I'm hearing as a heads up, okay, is that if you live too much in your own dream and you create this negative fantasy as to why, you're not in communication, or he's acting different, or he's pulled away, you're not going to be able to fully step into your soul's purpose, because you're spending so much energy on the negative. So if you just send love to the connection, angels for healing, and then just, use all of that, to all of everything that's triggered to heal and to ascend. We are awake and have understood our soul's purpose is opening the hearts of others on our path of ascension. Okay, so it could be that you are being guided to start doing work with twin flames. Or it could be that the work that you're doing could involve helping other people. Oh, also, the more that we open our hearts, we're sending out the energy of an open heart to our twin. They open up their hearts more at the rate that's best for them. And that starts opening up the people around them more. It starts opening up the people around us more. And then we're starting a collective grid of opening our hearts. Twins coming in to connection. Okay. The twins coming into knowing, like seeing each other, even if there's all this turbulence, right? Where it's meant to get, purge all of that. There's that purging feeling so that we can open up our hearts more as divine masculines and feminines, so that we can, you know, fulfill our soul's purpose. So twins are coming down and coming into physical contact to start creating and opening up a grid of open hearts for everyone. But first, we have to purge all of the energy and all of our hurt wounds from past lives and now. And you can use, the Akashic records, you go into therapy, make sure you're doing your healing work and learning what it means to heal all of that. Okay, because the twin flame connection is, using relationship as a spiritual practice. Be like that mermaid that's within you. Bring out the inner mermaid. And navigate those emotions, that watery energy. Okay? There could be a Pisces involved. Learn to navigate that with peace, and then come up for air, and then go deep diving again. Oh, yes. So, embracing some of that is doing the deep diving, really looking at what's triggering you. You have done great. Be proud of the progress that you have already made, that you are making, and that what you will make in the future. Because look at that. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Okay, this is what's going on right now, but I want to read this first. So you have a choice here, and it's whether or not you want to be in the Three of Swords. Okay, so I'm just getting a message. Okay, so the choice is here. So they're saying don't take it personally. Use all of this to be a mirror to your inner healing, okay? Do the deep diving. Master those emotions. Be proud of your progress. You have a choice here. And if you don't, you can get stuck in this energy. And then you're just going to keep mirroring this back to each other. And you may miss the whole purpose of your connection. Also, if you do create that story and live in that negative story that you're creating, that's more than likely not the truth, not only are you not opening up to your soul's purpose, but I feel like the choice, that you made to sit in that dream, that those perceptions and assumptions, you're going to end up in this energy. You're going to feel like you have a missed opportunity and you're going to be in heartache over it. Where really, he's really taking time and reflecting so that he can grow, so that he can be a better man to come into union with his twin. Okay. So I just want to get another card from the Four Agreements for some guidance on the transcending, so it says prepare the new phase for preparing for union. So that's where I feel like, that's where this is all at. But this is like that journey card the divine masculine had. So you guys are actually mirroring each other again. Of course, right? So I really just want to get some guidance about what can you do to continue to prepare. Let's go a little deeper. What is it that the divine feminine can do to prepare for this union? Be impeccable with your word. Look at that card. Become a white magician. Wow, wow, wow. This card is perfect. And do you remember that he got the magician card? Do you see the mirroring in this? It's amazing. All the magic you possess is based on your word, and you cast spells all the time with your opinions. You can either put a spell on someone with your word, or you can release someone from a spell. So all of the things that you're telling yourself. So if you're telling yourself this, he's stuck. He's never going to leave. He's never going to do this. He's treating me like crap. He's never going to treat me better. You're like casting a spell with your words. You're holding the situation in the same place, but yet your heart is desiring for this to go in a different direction. So what you can do to continue to prepare for union is don't live in that dream world. Do the deep diving and be impeccable with your words. Become the white magician and realize, what spell do you want to cast? You know how the divine masculine was learning a whole new understanding of power? I feel like the divine feminine is coming into recognizing the power that she has with the power of her thoughts and with the things she tells herself, the things that she's saying out to the world about her divine masculine. I see it a lot, on all these twin flame videos where the divine feminine is like yelling and ranting about the divine masculine. And it's just time for us to take responsibility. Doesn't mean we take it, their abuse. We take responsibility for our own feelings and our own emotions. We don't rant and rave. We go inward. We become the white magician and purify our thoughts and our words. And so when we think those negative thoughts, we're literally holding the connection or our divine masculine in that spot, in that place. And it's harder for him to move and to enjoy his journey because he's feeling stuck, and he might not even realize why he's feeling so stuck. But also recognize you're sticking, don't even, that's just a side note. But what you're doing to yourself is you're holding yourself in this negativity and in heavy energy. I recommend that get to the root as to why we're thinking such negative thoughts about them, about the connection, about ourselves. So you can call on Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is for healing, and Archangel Gabriel is for communication. And he has told me that that's in even communication with ourselves. But I do sense that if we can stay in this more positive place, union can happen. But there's a choice being made on whether we're going to live in that negative dream space, that negative thinking type space, and taking things personally. Or are we going to be, look, this is like the magician card too. Look, all of these things that he's manifesting, all the tools. So what I'm hearing is also go in there, and you can be in a dream world, but dream of positive things. Start working on your soul's purpose. How has this connection inspired you in positive ways? Allow all of that beautiful love and light that you have within you to start, doing creative projects, to start, throwing yourself deeper into your life's work, into the relationships around you. You must be the change you wish to see. Oh. Okay, I'm hearing one more from this one, from the Four Agreements. I absolutely love this deck. Don't make assumptions. Remember, this is like the don't make assumptions about why he's going within. So relinquish the need to change others. Ooh, that's powerful. Real love is accepting other people the way they are without trying to change them. If we try to change them, this means that we don't really like them. It is easier to find someone who is already the way you want him or her to be, instead of trying to change that person. So, finding someone else is actually easier than trying to change somebody else. But the more that you try to change somebody else, the more they're going to resist and the more that they're going to run. And the more that you find unconditional love for yourself, the more that you can have unconditional love for your divine masculine. And that goes back and that reflects back at you with a mirror. So the more that you love him unconditionally, the more that you can love yourself unconditionally. And the more that your soul will ascend and prepare for a union. So here he is, sitting here. And I feel like this is actually a pretty powerful picture. And I feel like she's kind of frowning. That's all of that, thinking and thoughts and all of that, all of those, negative thinking and dreams and assumptions. And he's just sitting here. But this bird is receiving the communication. Unconditional love. Open up to unconditional love and don't make assumptions about why he's being quiet. Okay. All right, guys. Now let's have some fun with the numbers. Get some numbers and some letters, okay? All right, here we have the 55 for those changes, right? A 3 and a 1 and a 1. So 55 changes. Keep your mind positive. You're moving towards powerful manifestation. That's what, when I see 1 1 or 1 1 1, I see like, oh, stay positive. You're manifesting. And so be careful what you're thinking about, because you're going to manifest what you're thinking about. So if you're thinking about negative things or the situation negative, you're actually holding it there. And that's what you're creating more of. So for change, stay positive. Also, this comes to 2 and there's a 2. So there's also 2, 2, 2, 63, another 3, 33. Oh, look, and there's another 2. Okay, so this could be, March 1st. So there can be something happening on March 1st, I'm hearing. You may get communication or something's going to happen March 1st. That could be someone's birthday, January 3rd, January 1st. Did something happen on January 1st? May 5th, May 1st. Okay, so there could be birthdays, it could be anniversaries, that could be street address numbers. I just invite you to take it in. Actually, let's leave it there and apply it where it fits, and then we'll get some letters. C, B. O, L. And there's an M here. There's an M, P. There's also a C and an E on those cards. One more, guys. This one wanted to fall out. S, and there's a D. Okay, one more. I know I just said that, but no, this time I'm for real. Okay, no, I want one that actually fall out. Oh, well, there we go. And 2 fell out. So we have L and A, G and E. Okay. Sal, Pal, L-A. Could be that maybe you guys visited LA together. Like these could be initials. Could be a city. This could be your initials, his initials, both. All right, you can pause this, screenshot it, play with the letters how you wish, okay? Actually, oops. All right. Okay, well, thank you very much, guys. I hope this resonated. If you liked it, you can subscribe and then press the little bells to get more videos. I'm still learning how to do this, and I'm having a lot of fun. I've been doing readings for a very long time, but, doing recording videos is new to me. It pushed me past my comfort level, which is a really good thing. My guides knew what they were doing to help me grow. So I wish you all the best. Please, if you have any questions, you can comment, send me an email. I would love to hear from you. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. All my love. Mwah.